Walk, I balance my hands. Gotta make it, can't walk, I balance my hands. Gotta make it, can't walk, I balance my hands. I balance my hands, I balance my hands.
Hi, this is JJ Holmes, and you're watching Roland's Recap on NorthTexas50Cups.com.
Fight fans of North Central Texas, we welcome you to another episode, another viewing of Roland's Recap. We're coming to you live here from 3501 South State Highway 157. We're here in the heart of Euless, Texas. What are we doing here? I've got a beast here beside me. You very seldom see me sitting down, and the only reason I'm sitting down because I got to keep this man down right here from getting on me right now, because this man's only known for one thing, and that's being a beast in the cage. I've got none other than JJ Holmes with me. I tell you what, JJ, it's always great to see you. You know what? Even before I start out, I want to give a quick shout out right now to one of your sponsors here. Look behind us. We have YumsShoes.com. That's their website. The name of the place is Yums Shred Quarters. They're here again, 3501 State Highway 157 in Euless. The reason why I give two shout outs is because Yums has reached deep, supporting MMA, the action that I love and you thirst for. Let's get up with this interview right here with JJ. JJ, again, let me shake your hand, baby. You know what? I'm sorry I cut off a little bit right here, but you know what? What I want to do today, more than anything, these fight fans out here are starting to follow you. I've even already said this. You're becoming a crowd favorite, and it's not because you look pretty, even though you do. It's because of the action you bring. I first of all want to ask you, JJ, any shout out right now to your sponsor right now? I know that his name is White Tea. Is that correct?
That is correct.
I tell you what, he was here a little while ago, humble in spirit and loud in his support for MMA. Let's get started right here. You know, JJ, a lot of people know you in the cage, and today I want to climb in your heart. You know, I sit back and I see you in the cage, and I sometimes wonder, who is behind this man? Family? What type of typical day does he have? What is he doing? Let me ask you this. I'm going to give you the mic here, and I want you to look at the fight fans and just kind of give us a little profile of who you are, because I want to tell you one thing also. I got promoters out here, and I got a feeling some are looking at you right now, wanting to know what you've done, where you're going, what's going on in the life of JJ. Here it is, JJ. Open mic for you.
All right. My typical day goes by. I just wake up and try to have some breakfast. Normally I skip breakfast and head straight to the gym. Whether it's jiu-jitsu in the morning or Muay Thai or boxing in the morning. And then afterwards, it's straight to cardio and conditioning. After that, I may have an hour, maybe hour and a half break before my next class, and I'll head to another gym and do some MMA. And then from there, I'm leaving. I'm going back to jiu-jitsu class. And then after jiu-jitsu class, I'm maybe teaching a wrestling class. It's just training all day long, whether it's coaching or training. It's just a lot of work.
Well, you know what, JJ? You tell me a lot that your whole day is MMA. Now, let me ask you another question as we start talking about cardio and everything. Everybody know that's running, different forms of cardio, whether it's biking, that's getting your wind. Because I tell you what, I looked you up on YouTube, and you're all over the place. I guarantee you, as an amateur, why don't you give us a brief picture of your many accomplishments? I've got a repertoire, a resume, but I'm going to let you explain what you did as an amateur and in what type of class, whether it was, you know, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, whether it was wrestling. What did you do?
Well, with my wrestling, you know, I went as high as I possibly could go throughout college. I started when I was 4 years old, started at Manchester Wrestling in Maryland, worked my way up, middle school in Pennsylvania. From there, high school here in Texas, Sam Houston, Arlington High. I trained under a really good coach named Nick Perler. He's just an awesome wrestling coach. Then from there, I went to junior college, which was a Neil show, junior college, and I ended up taking a junior college national champ over there and ended up getting recruited by Eastern Michigan University. And from there, I won the MAC conference, which is the Mid-American Conference, qualified for NCAAs twice. And, you know, from there, I started my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and MMA career. And, you know, I'm on the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu circuit, you know, hitting it hard. You know, I'm training for Worlds right now, and hopefully going to take the W in that, as well as my other tournaments that have been accomplished, ADCC, Abu Dhabi Pro Trials. Just trying to win whatever I can win, keep in shape, and also be an MMA fighter as tough as I can possibly be. So.
Well, let me see. You know what, JJ? I looked you up today on YouTube, and I saw a banana split, baby. That was at the amateur ranks, correct?
Correct.
Okay, I'm going to tell you, when are you going to do that in the pro ranks? Because I want to see that one.
As soon as some sucker let me hit him with that, that's when you're gonna see that. Hey, don't get hit in my banana split. That's all I gotta say. So.
Well, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, y'all, that is a unique move. And I tell you what, if you want to see it, go to YouTube, look up JJ Holmes versus, his name was Kavanaugh, C-A-U-C-A, what was it? Do you remember how you spelled it? K-A-V-A-N-A-U-G-H. Go look at that, and you'll see this man putting a banana split, baby, and you see the big tap out. I guess another one down. But you know what? Let's talk about your pro career now, as we get really serious here, JJ, because this is where it really matters. This is where the rubber meets the road. We know this right here is where it happens. This is where the cage rattles. You walk out a winner. I tell you what, walking out a winner only sets you up for the bigger fight. It helps everybody out. I'm going to tell you, the domination that you've shown thus far, you made quick order of Mr. Cheatham in your first pro fight. I sat there and watched it. This last fight, you went ahead and made quick order on Mr. Hayward Charles. I tell you what, you impressed me. Toward the end, I know it was a little hot in there. No, let's get past that. It was burning ass hot in there. I don't know how you lasted the way you did. I know you were sucking some wind there at the end, but for quite obvious reasons, because the elements were not conducive with the style of fighting that you possess. Am I making a pretty good assessment of what I just said on your last fight?
Absolutely.
It was hot in there, wasn't it?
It was very hot in there, and I ended up my cardio kind of got shot, I think, due to some of the heat, as well as I was recovering on a rib injury. But, you know, I managed to pull through and get the W, and that's all that really matters. So.
Well, I know right now everybody's knowing you for your wrestling abilities. I think you're going to try to pull a surprise on people, probably with your striking, your all-around ground game, everything. I guess right now, what are your coaches doing right now to maintain maybe an edge, not only in the training aspect, but in preparing you for your next bout?
Well, I got one of the best coaches in the world, Alan Moeller, and he's getting me prepared by getting my striking together with Joe Garcia, which is my Muay Thai coach, and he's probably one of the best in the game, I would say, in the Texas area. And man, I have a lot of coaches in my lifetime, and he's definitely one of the best. As far as Alan Moeller is one of the best too, but I'm just trying to get my striking underway so I can be a more efficient fighter rather than just a grappler, because I'm known as a grappler. If you have seen my last fight, you saw a lot of striking, and I've been working my striking a little bit, and I want to do what's unexpected of me. You know, I knew my guy thought I was going to try to take him down and try to submit him or maybe beat him or whatever he thought I was going to do, but I knew the last thing he thought I was going to stand up and bang with him, and I'm pretty sure he was shocked, and he had no game plan for that. And that's what I want to do. I want to be surprised.
Well, I did have a chance to talk to Mr. Hayward Charles, and he did say that, exactly what you said. He's a wrestler, and I'm probably going to be doing this, and what happened, you came out with a surprise of the surprises. No doubt in MMA you have to have a well-rounded game of MMA in the cage. What I love about what you did is you walked in the cage at 5'11", 185 pounds. You went in there with an absolute determination to go ahead and make quick order. That's what I've always seen in you. Let me ask you, what can we expect from your team in making it Team Holmes on your the future? What can we expect? I think you said you may be having a bout here pretty soon, right, JJ?
Well, what do you guys expect is, losing's not an option, I train every day to be the best, to beat my opponent, beat my opponents, plural. And, there's no losing in my blood. My family didn't, they don't allow it. It was never accepted. Winning wasn't celebrated. It was what was supposed to happen. So
I love it.
That's my life for you. There's no losing. When I lose, it's very hard on me. So I mean.
Well, you know what, JJ? You mentioned your family here. Let's talk about your dad. You got dad and brothers. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Well, tell me something about their background, and where did you fall in the mix as far as the brothers? Were you the oldest, the middle, the youngest, or what?
I'm the middle child, so.
Let me ask you, your dad, what did your dad do?
My dad was a 3-time Army National Wrestling Champ, and since I was 4 years old, he had me and my brothers wrestling, and that's all we did growing up was wrestle. He didn't know no jiu-jitsu, he didn't know no boxing, all we did was wrestle, you know? We barely ate, we barely went to school, we just wrestled. So.
Well, I tell you what, I think all the boys, you have a younger brother also, right?
I do have a younger brother. He just took second in Georgia State Championships, and he was one away from being All-American this year, so. But he's tough, you know?
Well, I tell you what, as I start closing this up, I'm going to ask you, JJ, you have any shout-outs you want to give out maybe to the family, girlfriend? I don't know if I'm speaking out of order, but I think you know what I'm trying to say here. Any shout-outs to anybody? I'm going to give you the mic.
First of all, I got to give a shout-out to my sponsors, Yums, Joe Brunson, Kyle Couch, Alan Moeller, Joe Garcia, the gym in Arlington, Team Takedown, and, you know, just the local gyms that are around, you know, Octagon, you know, Travis Luter's gym, Genesis, just, you know, Danny Alvarez's gym. Those are people that show me love. Got a lot of fans from over there, and, you know, I appreciate it, you know, and I know you guys aren't at my gyms, but, you know, you guys we're all family together, especially when we go out of state, so.
Beautiful. Well, I tell you what, JJ, as I start wrapping this out, I look over here to the fight fans. Look at this, what I have here in front of me. I have a resume. It's not a resume of pride. It's rather a resume for guys like me to know what I can look at. I'm going to tell you, promoters out there, this man has a resume that is second to none. If you're looking for a man who can put on a show, he brings a candy himself, baby. He doesn't have to buy it because he has it in his back pocket. He brings a show. He rocks a cage. I'm going to tell you, it's been a pleasure right here. Let me shake your hand, JJ. And you know what? I hope May the 25th, we find you somewhere. May, whenever it is. What's that date again you're looking at?
I think May 21st in Oklahoma, so that might be my next bout. If not, there's going to be something coming up soon. So.
Well, I tell you what, I want y'all to stay tuned here on www.NorthTexasFisticuffs.com as we bring you not only the action that is on the horizon, but the profiles of these warriors who have courage in their heart. They have nothing but awesomeness in the cage, and they bring us what we love. Until our next session, we salute you. Farewell.
I balance my hands.
Trying to find a balance in my life has been a hell of a challenge. I'm at a fork in the road. I'ma choose to use my talent. Been abused and took advantage of. Still I be standing up tall, resilient. I defy all odds. The yin and the yang, weighing the even with the odds. Back against the wall, navigating through the fog. It kinda blurring my vision. I can't see that far. The results of these bars is a problem to solve. So sick, cough, the fever. You need a dose. I'm just trying to find a balance while walking this tightrope.